Welcome back. This is the 49th segment of Making Sense for 7 Minutes, a summer-long series Monday through Friday where we are surveying in bite-sized pieces our historical narrative as given to us in the Bible. And, as always, asking that immeasurably relevant question, so what? Some events that took place is recorded in the 11th chapter of the Gospel according to John. Jesus is good friends with 3 siblings, Mary, Martha, and Lazarus. He is in another region when he gets word from the sisters who are in Judea that their brother is deathly ill. So, Jesus remains where he is for 2 more days in order to give Lazarus time to die. When Jesus decides that it's time to go back to Judea, his disciples are understandably alarmed because, as they point out to him, they were just in Judea and people tried to kill him. However, Jesus is resolute in his decision, and Thomas responds by saying, "Let us also go, that we may die with him." This is the man who is usually referred to as Doubting Thomas. Let me suggest out of this world courageous Thomas. Point. If you're seriously considering, seriously following Jesus, you need to understand that he is not safe. But he is good. Now, as he approaches the tomb, he sees the crowd mourning over the loss of their friend, and he cries. Jesus cries. He knows he's about to raise Lazarus from the dead. He knows that within a matter of minutes there would be this awesome display of his glory and power, and there would be rejoicing beyond words among the people in this crowd, but he cries. Point. When you love someone as Jesus loved all these people, your heart is attached to theirs. And when their hearts break, you cry. But the stronger emotion that Jesus had was that of anger and indignation. He was witnessing the devastating effects of sin on those whom he loved deeply. Point. We do not have an emotionless, unempathetic God, as was popular among the Greeks at that time, but one who is willing to involve himself in the messiness of humans. At the tomb, Jesus instructs the people to remove the stone from in front of the entrance. He raises Lazarus from the dead. Then he instructs the people to unwrap the linen from around Lazarus's body so that he can begin to move, and to take the cloth off of his head so that he can begin to see. Could Jesus have moved the stone? Yes. Could Jesus have unwrapped Lazarus? Yes. Could the people have raised Lazarus from the dead? No. Point. Jesus doesn't need us, but he gives us the privilege of being a part of this great adventure, calling us to do what we can do and set the stage for him to do that which only he can do. So, Lazarus is alive, but he needs help getting rid of those things that are keeping him from living and moving about freely, as well as seeing clearly. Point. When a person becomes a Christian, moving from spiritual death to spiritual life, very likely they will still have all the problems that have been inhibiting them from being all that God created them to be and experiencing life as it's intended to be experienced. However, they now carry within them the same mighty power that raised Jesus from the dead. And they should have brothers and sisters in Christ to help them overcome their challenges. Now, having witnessed the raising of Lazarus, some people put their trust in Jesus. Others, however, are pissed. And they go back to the Pharisees, Jewish religious leaders, and report what has happened. And do you know what the Pharisees decide they need to do? Kill Lazarus. I'm sure that scared him. It didn't succeed. Lazarus went on to become a pastor in Cyprus, and his grave was excavated in 900. And on it says simply, Lazarus, Bishop of Larnaca, 3 days dead, friend of Jesus. Thanks, y'all.